Beard Wizard family, welcome back to Beard Wizard Reviews. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you can find in the video description below. So some of you guys know why I've been hit or miss for the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to go too deeply into it, but my dog Astinus has passed beyond as of a little over a week ago, and so I'm still working on getting back into the groove of things. It's also been stressful at work. There's been some hiccups with scheduling and staffing, and we've got new people, and there's just a lot going on. It's also going into the holiday season. It is just, things have just not been going as well as I would have hoped the last couple of weeks. So I'm late today. Monday is the day where we look at bands from the East, whether it be Japan, Korea, China, Mongolia. We look at a lot of bands from the East part of the massive continents over on the other side of the world. Last week I only did one song, Dax's Depression, which actually kind of fit because that's where I was last week. And I'm still sad. I'm stressed out. I'm frustrated, and I'm a little angry. So I thought today, why not take a look at Jiluka again? We looked at one of their songs a couple weeks back as a new band, and I listened to a lot of their songs. They're a very heavy goth Japanese metal band, very heavy, and so I went with one of their lighter songs to introduce them to the channel. But right now I'm kind of feeling this. I'm kind of feeling this song. This is their latest one, called Blvck. I believe the V is supposed to be a play on the letter A. I could not find the lyrics for the song, so I don't know what they're saying. It is very loud, it is very heavy, and we're going to get into it, and we're going to talk about it, experience it, and everything. This is an interesting new band to the channel. I've had some of you guys who are fans of this band actually request this song, so we're going to go ahead and do it today. We're going to listen to it, pause as necessary, and talk about it. I'm going to do my best this week to get back on a regular schedule of content. I've missed you guys, and I believe that it is going to be healthier for me to try to get back into the groove of things. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So we'll see how this works out. Sorry I'm late. I know some of you guys are used to me being on about a half an hour ago. But we're going to jump into this now. If you're watching the live stream, say hi. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. And here we go. This is Jiluka's Blvck. Cheers. I totally forgot when I watched this the first time, the lyrics are actually on the screen. I don't remember if they were the first time I listened to this. So the band opens up. This is, again, very scream metal, almost kind of a blend of industrial sound and sort of a black gothic metal, reminiscent of, the late 90s, early aughts, Marilyn Manson type of sound and feel, with a little bit of industrial metal thrown in there, a little bit of mix. But we're going to back up a little bit because I just realized that the lyrics are on the screen. So I need to pay a little more attention to that. They kind of caught me off guard. Very high. I have to say, so this obviously is extremely heavy. The the guitarist and the drummer here are killing it. The vocalist, it's tough with this type of vocalist. It is impressive the level of intensity that a vocalist in a band like this can maintain to be able to do that. And that's always been something like I've never been huge into scream metal, but I can appreciate the vocalists in those bands who are good at what they do and can maintain that level of energy. Like, you know, when the most recent one I can think of is we saw Slipknot, last year, and to hear Corey maintain what he does for that hour and a half, 2 hours or so set, is ridiculously impressive. And I want to see other bit, like I'd love to see Ginger live to sort of get that same thing. Now, those guys, a little different than what we're hearing here, is those guys bounce back and forth. Corey and Tatiana back and forth between that scream and that lyrical singing, that melodic singing. Whereas, and his name is in the description of the video, so I don't want to get it wrong, but the vocalist here, Rico, it is just constant aggressive, constant scream for the most part in this song. But the guitarist and the drummer, especially the drummer on that double bass, absolutely killing it in this track. So I'm really enjoying that part a lot. And again, I'm not huge into the extremely aggressive, loud scream metal, but I can appreciate the skill and the talent that goes into this. To be able to do this, even if it's not your cup of tea, you have to recognize that that's hard. That's really hard to do. So yeah, very cool. Welcome, Kiwi. Very cool, and I kind of needed that. I like that, and that's one of the things that while I'm not as much into scream metal, there are elements of that style of music that hit really hard for me, especially in certain moods. Like I'm. It wouldn't be unusual for me to be in a stressed out mood at work and throw on some Slipknot, and just put my earbuds in just to give myself sort of a passive outlet, if you will. And yeah, I agree, Kiwi. It definitely has a rock and roll element or vibe to it, but it's so much heavier. And that drummer is owning this track, and that I think is one of the things that makes this much more interesting than your typical scream metal band. Like a lot of times the drummers in those bands, it's just a wall of like percussive noise. But this drummer is very precise, very clean. And it makes the track a lot more interesting. And that time change, and then we roll into those, rolling bass and thumping rhythm there. So we're going to back it up just a little bit more and get that again. very theatrical. Very theatrical transition there, which was very cool. I like that. Kiwi, you asked, do I make music? No, I've played a few instruments over the years. I learned drums, mostly brass instruments, when I was in a concert band and a marching band when I was younger. I currently do not make music. No, I know a little bit about music. I listen to a lot of music. I can read music in certain instruments. And again, I did take drum. I had this weird hair in my butt years ago. A friend of mine wanted to start a band, and he's like, we need a drummer. Could you learn to play drums? Well, of course, that band idea never actually went anywhere. But I did take drum lessons for quite a while. I want to say almost a year, taking drum lessons, and I enjoyed it. I actually liked it a lot. But I have neither the space nor the time to really dedicate myself to that. And I have no singing voice, so I can't really do that either. But I love music, and I grew up playing music from early childhood. I just haven't used it in a lot of years. I have contemplated. There is a local pipe and drum, because my mom's side of the family is Scottish, and there's a local pipe and drum corps here that I've considered trying out for drums to play a parade drum, but I don't have the time for another hobby right now, so I kind of put that idea aside. But it always something that tickles the back of my mind. Is I would like to be more involved with music, but currently I'm not. Damn, that drummer right up to the end, the drummer killing it. And of course, Kiwi, that's the point. That's why I do this. That's why I do it live. I love talking to you guys. I love talking about music. I love listening to music. But most of all, I love talking to you guys. So I appreciate the question. And of course, I'm willing to share that. Again, I needed this. It has been a long couple of weeks. It has been a lot of emotions. The stress of work, losing my dog, those things hit. And sometimes this kind of passive outlet of that aggression, that emotion, that feels good. So I needed this. So thank you guys so much for being here. Kiwi and everybody else who was here, thank you so much. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Again, I'm going to try to get back onto a more regular schedule this week. We will see how that goes. It'll again depend on how work goes this week. But hopefully we slide back into a normal groove. as normal as can be and kind of get things back on track. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.